stands for home, when in fact it stands for Christ. No, that's an interesting thing. The X stands for Christ. There, I would presume. I mean, I can't say for sure because you're the one, Sam, who owns that account. So it could certainly be X-rated. Who knows? You own xvideo.net. What else can I expect? But the story I was going to tell you is that my wife actually got in trouble with somebody before I was a Christian, actually, at her work. She was Christian. She is Christian. And there was somebody at her work who was greatly offended at the use. She gave him a Christmas card. And it was a guy who wasn't even particularly likable. And she gave him a Christmas card that said, Merry Xmas. And he went ballistic. And he gave it back to her and he said, it's a Christ mess. Why are you taking Christ out of Christmas? So no, but then Andy caps.
What does the X in Xmas mean? The X in Christmas is used like the R in RC. My given name at birth was Robert Charles, although before I was even taken home from the hospital my parents called me by my initials, RC, and nobody seems to be too scandalized by that. X can mean so many things. For example, when we want to denote an unknown quantity, we use the symbol X. It can refer to an obscene level of films, something that is X-rated. People seem to express chagrin about seeing Christ's name dropped and replaced by the symbol for an unknown quantity X. Every year you see the signs and the bumper stickers saying, "Put Christ back into Christmas," as a response to this substitution of the letter X for the name of Christ. There's no X in Christmas. First of all, you have to understand that it is not the letter X that is put into Christmas. We see the English letter X there, but actually what it involves is the first letter of the Greek name for Christ. Christos is the New Testament Greek for Christ. The first letter of the Greek word Christos is transliterated into our alphabet as an X. That X has come through church history to be a shorthand symbol for the name of Christ. We don't see people protesting the use of the Greek letter theta, which is an O with a line across the middle. We use that as a shorthand abbreviation for God because it is the first letter of the word theos, the Greek word for God. X has a long and sacred history. The idea of X as an abbreviation for the name of Christ came into use in our culture with no intent to show any disrespect for Jesus. The church has used the symbol of the fish historically because it is an acronym. Fish in Greek, ichthys, involved the use of the first letters for the Greek phrase Jesus Christ, Son of God, Savior. So the early Christians would take the first letter of those words and put those letters together to spell the Greek word for fish. That's how the symbol of the fish became the universal symbol of Christendom. There's a long and sacred history of the use of X to symbolize the name of Christ, and from its origin, it has meant no disrespect.